Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, this is session 40 of Strange Aeons and Eons, and we have a new player. And last game, you had fought and defeated and captured the princess's bodyguard and her right hand man. And you know that, just as a recap, that they were headed to Biting Lash in order to warn them, because for some reason they just don't particularly like you, and uh, you know, they were just trying to dispose of you the easy way. But you have prevented them from informing Biting Lash that you were coming.
Well, as I recall, we saw the gnome getting ready to attack us and cast a spell at us, right? He was targeting us.
Yes. They had taken an opportunity to jump you, but overall they were trying to inform Biting Lash that you were coming.
So we basically have two evil people who, over a grudge against Poppy, decided to try to flat out murder us. This isn't a matter of like pulling a prank on us or something. They tried to flat out kill us over this. And they're both awful people in the first place, in an awful city. I think as far as I could tell, the only argument in favor of not killing them was the fact that it would upset the Knoll princess. So I think I said we could leave them alive for now and see whether we even care about keeping her happy, but I just as soon burn most of the city down.
Yeah, that's an accurate summation.
I mean, as far as I know, we have not heard any redeeming qualities about either of them at all. They're slavers, they're evil, they're trying to murder us over a silly grudge. Like, not prank us, murder us.
Sounds like they just misunderstood.
Is anything about that inaccurate, Wintermute?
No, you are correct. They have done nothing of any redeeming quality.
Okay. Well, we can leave them tied up and secured for now while we go deal with Biting Lash and then see what we feel at that point. Because like you said, the main downside to killing them is the Knoll princess would be unhappy if they were killed, but she's also an evil slaver, so you know, I'm not quite sure how much I really care.
And you know, you can always kill them after you get the information that you're seeking.
Absolutely.
And Eric, a little bit down the street, you notice a shadowy figure watching you.
As we've been interrogating these people.
Yes.
Alright. I'll just glance at them and say I'd suggest you approach slowly with no sudden movements.
And Chaos, this is where you come in. Would you like to describe what they see?
Is there a map we should be looking at?
No.
Okay.
Alright, so pretty much just see a cloaked figure. I'm assuming it's dark, or
yes. It is at nighttime.
Yeah. They're not gonna be able to see much except my silhouette.
Okay. Ashmere is coming in just to save a little bit of the initial role playing. He's been hired to retrieve a slave that had been captured by Biting Lash. And he just happened to be sneaking down the street when he encountered your all's last encounter and overheard some of the conversation, including the words Biting Lash. And, he's going to cautiously approach and, see if you all can't work together toward a common goal.
Well, keep in mind that if we can get the information we require without just peacefully, currently we're planning on doing that, so I can't guarantee you we'll get the slave you're trying to retrieve.
I intend to complete my objective no matter the cost.
And who are you retrieving the slave for?
He was hired by the slave's family.
Alright, well, I'm going to draw a wand and tell him I'm checking something and point it at him and trigger it. Is he going to do anything about that?
That one's actually up to you, Chaos.
Yeah. I'm actually going to use Shadow Step.
Okay, well, at a minimum, I suspect that would require a initiative check, yes, to see who acts first.
Yeah.
Alright. So, why don't you give an initiative roll? And I'll give one. Well, there's an 8. Chances are you'll beat that. Alright, you act first. What exactly are you doing? Or what exactly do we see?
I am going to use my Shadow Step and disappear from line of sight. Then use... Where'd it go? There it is. My Shadow ability to take cover behind something. Anything. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm trying to hide.
Alright. I'll just grunt and say, well, I guess that scared him off. Let's get going. And I guess we move on.
Okay, no Elon, got Eric, got Poppy, I need Sith on the tracker.
I like this interface.
Thanks. I've been working on this one for a while.
Yeah, it's cool. The smiley faces are a nice touch.
Yeah, I can definitely see them at a glance now.
Oh, somebody's got a frowny face. Do I need to roll initiative so I'm in there? Or...
No, I don't think a battle's gonna break out.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I just number next to me, so I felt alone.
And Ashmir, are you going to follow or?
Yeah, sticking to the shadows.
And speaking of which, we'll let Poppy go first, but Poppy, would you describe what he is seeing?
I'm supposed to describe what someone else is seeing?
Describe you.
Okay, so yeah, I am
short and angry does not cover it.
I'm short and angry.
It
No,
covers
that sounds like a dwarf.
It covers 90% of it.
It covers 90%, yes.
I am a gnome. The short version is I'm a gnome with big ass pigtails and full plate and carrying a large hammer.
Eric, would you like to go next?
Sure, you see a human male standing a little under 6 feet, very slight of build. Clearly is a lot more graceful than he is strong. In fact, looks rather physically weak. And wearing like a chain shirt, mithril chain shirt, and a rapier and a buckler. 2 wands and such stuck in his belt. Don't have a swagger to his appearance.
All right, Steph.
Hold on just a sec. I got a teenager here bugging me. Give me a second.
Yeah, not a problem.
By the way, I will give more detail in what my character looks like once there's more light and we get better acquainted.
Okay, sorry about that, but yes, I'm Elvin, rakishly handsome, and my character is too. I'm wearing a cloak, got some armor under there, and I have bandoliers with various potions and bombs strapped to my chest and my waist. And I like to think of myself as the group's artillery.
Accurate description. Okay, you all continue making your way toward Biting Lash's fortress.
And when we say you all, you mean that Poppy, Sith, and Eric are doing this, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And
do I spot anything as we're walking around of interest?
Ashmir, would you like to make a stealth check, hide check?
Yeah.
Eric, so far as you're walking along, you're just seeing the normal town surroundings, shopkeepers closing up for the night. The streets are starting to become empty. And no, you don't see anything else.
Okay. So presumably after some travel we get to the area where Biting Lash's fortress is, from the information we got?
Yes, you sure do. you come upon a building that is clearly designed for defense. It's a cylinder fort, 60 feet high, and it's capped with lush gardens. The outer walls are large, smooth stone blocks, and a single arched entrance allows access. And let's see. Yes, so you can make out 2 floors and a rooftop garden. And we have a new map. And in the center of it, you can see an enclosed stone tunnel that's shrouded in darkness, links the inner and the outer areas of this building.
And so it's just an open tunnel?
Give me just a second. Yes, it is an open tunnel, and inside of the tunnel, towards the inside, you do see a set of guards that are clearly gnolls.
And I'll mutter to Poppy and Sith as we approach. Remember, we're not actually here for a fight unless it's required. We just need the information and then leave this den of scum and villainy.
I will nod in acknowledgement.
As we approach, I'll call out, good evening, gentle gnolls. We're seeking an audience with Biting Lash. Something that'll interest her.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear you. Why don't you come a little closer and tell us what you want again?
That doesn't sound like a trap.
Sense motive on that. We can deal with the trap when it's there. But what is a vertical?
You Mr. Know-it-all!
Yeah, you're kind of suspicious, and would you like to throw a perception as well?
Everybody or just Balkov?
Everyone can.
Winter, I sent you a direct message through Discord.
Before we go too much further, can I drink my mutagen?
I assume you would have done that before we approached, since it
I would have
lasted
thought so too, but it wasn't.
Yeah, let's assume that we made, unless Wintermute objects, let's assume we made any such preparations, including if you gave us bark skin as well. I think you had those prepared.
Yes, I do have. I have 3 bark skins.
Fantastic. So you want to give each of us one?
I can do that when we do some selecting.
Alright, guys, I'll be back in a little bit, hopefully.
And,
Yeah, not a problem.
So you're level 12 at this point, so it should be +5 version of Barkskin.
I have armor class 4. You're saying it should be a 5?
It should be 5 because we're level 12.
Oh. Armor class. Okay, well in that case.
A beat upset? What was that about?
Are you talking to me?
really don't know. He sent a private message saying that he has an emergency and he hates to miss this part of the game. He hopes it won't take too long to deal with.
Okay.
And he's
So it was the 4AC version. Yay.
Not anymore. Got that all fixed up. And that took all three of my bark skins.
Okay.
If this guy jumps into the group, I'm going to have to add another bark skin.
What guy? I'm just saying, I try to cast Detect Evil on him and he runs away, so.
Ugh, that is kind of scary.
Shadowy figure watching us, not saying anything, eavesdropping us, interrogating, running away.
Did he help? Did he help in the princess fight?
No, this was his first game.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have seen everything we see, right? Where apparently, so we knocked their thugs out, we took them and we're interrogating them in alleyway. Suddenly we see this figure watching us, and I try to detect evil on him, try to verify part of his story here, and he immediately, bails out.
He had a quote-unquote emergency.
Well, that's out of character. In character, I meant he bailed out.
Well, even out of character, though, still it's suspicious. I say that I want to feel bad if it was actually an emergency where somebody got
technically
hurt.
speaking, he doesn't even know I was casting. He probably doesn't even know I was trying to use Detect Evil on him. Because I guess from his perspective, I just said I'm checking something and tried to use a wand on him.
Yeah, you just pointed a little aggressive there, Eric.
Well, that's why I said something first.
He's having a hashtag Me Too moment. And yeah, initially he had rolled up a 7th level character, and I don't think he adjusted his hit points. I know he didn't. So I'll make a note of that. And okay, yes, you do notice everyone notices that there are you can see portcullises that are made up of 2-inch iron interlaced bars, and you can see for sure that there is one just as you enter the tunnel. These things are currently raised.
Okay. So I will, walk up to basically the front of it and say, look, we don't want any trouble. We just need to speak to Biting Lash, and we would like to do this the easy way. So let's just please play nice and convey that message to her, and we would like to just be on our way within 10 minutes. We just need to speak to her about a matter concerning Count Laos.
Yeah, she's busy. You don't have an appointment, I take it.
Unfortunately, no. How would we make one?
Well, I'd try to contact her at the market whenever she goes, but yeah, I don't think she's got any business with you.
Well, since you haven't asked her, then I'm pretty sure you don't know. Tell her we're here to speak about Count Laos.
Hold on. And they turn and start to talk to each other for a minute, and you notice one of them retreats inside, and you may be able to see him disappear through the inner door. And yeah, he's gonna go check, but I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Understood. We'll wait.
Yeah, hey, why don't y'all come inside a little bit and wait?
I really
Like to
would like to not
on
do that.
And here
Well,
he is, that master of misinformation, Mr. Know-it-all.
With a 45, what are
Concubines.
Sorry, Eric. What were you saying?
What sense am I getting with a 45 on my sense motive of that statement?
Oh, that he really wants you to come in so he can. You don't know what he's up to, but you're pretty
I get the
confident
feeling
that.
it's nothing good.
Yeah. Mhm. You know, your spidey senses tingling and.
I'll say, look, I'm going to make this very simple. We need a piece of information from Biting Lash, and then we want to be out of the city. If you won't cooperate, then we will burn this entire place to the ground. I won't just kill you. I will kill you. I will find your family. I will torture them, give them slow lingering deaths, and extinguish your entire bloodline as far as I can find it.
Yeah.
Or you can just give us the information and let us go. You know, we're really not picky either way here.
Fire, 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 fire.
You Mr. Know-it-all.
With a 33 on, bluff or intimidate, take your pick. How does he react?
Yeah, he's quite pissed.
Gnolls are dumb.
So what does he do?
He's like, why don't you just step forward and say that?
What's he going to leave Twinkies out for us to follow?
Come on, dude, it's time to nut up or shut up.
I'm going to draw a wand and say, this is your last chance. Let's not do this. How does he respond?
Falls over dead. That'd be cool. Dead gnolls are awesome.
You see him holding this javelin. And he, which one are we on? Tim went inside. And, he's like, I don't have to take that crap from you. And he starts to throw the javelin.
I'll mutter, just let him see how stupid this is, and just suggest we let him just miss with a javelin and point out how, pathetic he is. And maybe he should not try to provoke us here.
Please be a crit. Please be a crit.
Dream on, scream on.
And, the javelin flies right by you.
I will literally facepalm and say, look, if that's the best you got, do you not understand how hopelessly outclassed you are here? We really just want to talk to Biting Lash and leave.
And he withdraws and goes up around the northwest corner there.
I will sigh and say, I guess we're doing this the hard way then. So should we roll initiative at this point?
Yeah, let's roll initiative.
I will suggest to the other two that they wait for my spell and then just rush through, before they can react.
Okay.
I can wait.
And it goes to Poppy. We're gonna let Eric go first.
Can I just move up next to him and then wait for him? Or just move up next to him and then end my turn?
Yeah, Poppy could just move up like 10 feet or something if she wants.
Is the we're just looking at the is it open or is there a roof? You know what I'm saying? It looks like it's open, but you said there were portcullises, so I assume there's a roof.
Yes. What you're seeing here is like a 10-foot tall by 10-foot wide tunnel.
Right. Okay. And then the roof is how tall above that? I mean, is it a 20-foot, 50-foot? What are we looking at here?
The entire thing is 60 foot with a garden on top.
Okay. So the area where he's at is covered also. It's not like a
Yes.
big arena. Okay.
Correct.
All right. That's wasn't clear on. Okay. Thanks. It's my turn. And I also am going to hold my action until after Eric casts his spell.
You don't want to hold your action. You want to actually have a full round action available.
Okay, so what am I delaying my action or what am I doing here? Well, I don't need to move or anything. I'm just going to kind of hang out until...
Yeah, basically what we want to do is we want to have haste on us so we can cross the entire way
Okay,
before he can drop the porsilicus or whatever on us.
okay. So I will wait until I have haste on me and then go then.
Sith, I'm sorry. At the center of the tower is open to the sky. The tunnel is not.
Okay, so the area where he is actually open.
Correct.
So I could, if I wanted to, I could take my fly potion and then go up and over and then go from there.
Yes.
Should I do that or should I? I'll wait for the haste either way. I'd rather have the haste on me. So no action for now. No guard 13. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, he's going to change his initiative order till after Eric.
Okay. I will cast haste. Can you lock the tokens?
Sure can.
And then I will run like that in one movement. And say, just stop, please.
Yeah, and he swings a great axe at you. Wow, that really wanted to get confirmed with a 20.
What are the odds?
I mean, here's the thing, right? That would not even hit on a non-20. So I have like 35, 36 AC, so pretty bad odds.
Wow.
And then to add insult to injury, he's going to try to bite you, and it misses.
New plan, I call out, kill these idiots.
I'm just gonna zoom across the tunnel.
Zoom, zoom.
Are you trying to do non-lethal damage right now?
No, why do I have non-lethal damage?
Because the Randler was never removed. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so that's now removed. And especially against these guys, you can probably safely power attack. I don't think you're going to be missing them much.
And for the bajillionth time, after moving and attacking once, do I still get the other attack with haste?
No, not unless you full attack.
Okay, I guess I'm going to there and then
I would strongly suggest you get through the portcullises in their first move. Okay, just making sure.
Damn that haste.
go. I'm going to go to there. So that's a double move, and then I'm just.
No, that's a single move. Your haste, you have 60 feet of movement.
Oh, okay. So I still get my standard action.
Yep. You can still fire a shot or something, or drink a potion or whatever, but I wouldn't waste a bomb on this jump.
No, I'm not going to waste a bomb on him. I'll just shoot him with my arrow. I will shoot him with tremendous. Right there you go. Oh, that's right. It's been so long. I gotta. Oh shit! I forgot to select him, but I think that hits.
Yeah, I'd say it does.
So I hit him for 7 points, and then Eric. Plus 24.
I mean, you have heroism on you, you have your mutagen, you have haste on you, or are you thinking that's low?
No, plus 24. Well, okay, no, that's fine because I'm normally at plus 19.
Yeah, so you in fact are getting plus 5 right now from mutagen, haste, and heroism.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that works. All right. Hey, there you go. See.
So I'll attack the idiot once. Then I'll turnabout's fair play. And I'll groan to Poppy, why did you have to leave him alive? And I'll stab him again, because this idiot doesn't deserve it.
Why are you blaming me for leaving him alive? You were the last person to attack him.
Oh, so you're gonna blame me for somehow you not hitting lethally, huh? It's a good thing I have another attack action as well. Sucker has a lot of hit points, or a lot of constitution apparently. Then I'll 5-foot step up there, and you know, these people just apparently, it's pretty much what I expected. They all deserve to die.
It's true, they do.
Okay, and about that time, the door to the north opens, and the no guard that was there initially steps through, sees what's going on, and steps back and shuts the door. And unless you're going to pursue, well, you still got haste, so we can stay in combat if you'd like.
I mean, I assume we're staying in combat at this point, given the fact that the guard's literally attacking us. Remember, he threw a javelin at us specifically.
And everyone did see the other guard come through the door and disappear.
But I'm gonna wait for the other two before I kick the door down.
And this courtyard that you're in is a circular sandy yard. You can see a row of opening in the stone about 30 feet above the yard. And then 30 feet above that, you can see trees engulfing the rooftop. And you can hear nighttime birds and so forth coming down.
And Poppy, I would just kick in the door now. We will warn each group as we go if necessary. Please just let us talk to Biting Lash. No one else has to get hurt. But given their behavior so far, I'm not really feeling it. Are you?
Me, probably not.
Sith, what do you think? Do any of you think there's a chance of this not ending badly, given how her guard was, felt free to just literally lethally attack?
Well, the guards are aggressive, and we just whacked one, so that's always kind of a deal breaker. There's
You
nobody.
think we should have just waited and ignored his taunts and javelin throwing?
No, I don't think. I think out of game. I think this is structured to be an encounter like this, so we might as well plow ahead. It's not, it's always a clue when they show up on the tracker all shrouded in red.
What are you talking about? What tracker?
Well, I'm saying you look at the tokens.
I
They're
don't understand what you're talking about. This.
Yeah. So anyway,
Joke.
so
No,
yeah,
on an out of character level, yes, I'm pretty sure this is meant to be a combat. I don't think there's any way to resolve it peacefully. But
yeah. So I'll just move up to there and wait for the inevitable. I guess I could do a double move to get up by. I'll get up to there because we're hasted, right? So yeah, that's fine. I'll move up to there and then wait for, because this is the only way in or out, right? There's no windows or anything. There's no.
There are openings about 30 feet up. But yeah,
So-
they look more like arrow slits.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll just do that this turn then.
And there is, let's see, D13. There is a set of barred windows pretty much above the tunnel. And other than that, you don't see any other entrances.
Okay.
all right, I will move up over to there. And can you describe these doors to us?
Yeah, I sure can. Yes, iron portcullises, where are the doors? Yeah, they are standard wooden heavy doors.
Okay, can I attempt to open the one that the guard went through? Presumably he hasn't had time to lock it yet.
Yes, you sure can.
Okay.
And you managed to open the door. And give me a second to... I hate these circular rooms. And you can see there's 3 large timber crates standing across against the north wall. You see loose bales of dried grass laying on the floor and on piles of makeshift piles of timber, about 15 foot high, like a hay loft. And inside there,
It's a lot of hostile camels.
Yeah, come on. You see guards, slaves, and camels.
Okay, I'll look at the runner and say, your friend attempted to kill us. We don't want more bloodshed. Please stop this. With a diplomacy check of 35. And, you know, seeing if we can not have to, like, murder everyone here would be nice, but we'll see how he reacts.
I'll be right back. I have to go answer a phone.
Yeah, not a problem. Let's talk out of character here for a moment. There is a peaceful solution that may be possible. However, it will finish this book.
Okay, well, if we take the not peaceful option, how much more of this book is there?
Probably a session and a half of combat.
A session and a half of combat, given how many people are in this room alone, I'd say we're gonna I'd guess we're gonna finish this book whether we take the peaceful option or not.
I mean, honestly, on an out of character level, I don't really care too much either way. But my character's religion and stuff has him try to avoid attacking first, if at all possible, and trying to avoid killing if there's better options available. You know, one option I was considering was the idea of the two people, like if it made any kind of sense, like dropping them off at the Magisterium or Mysterium, right, and saying, hey, good luck with them or something. But again, that would then require us like teleporting back, which would cost thousands of gold, and I'm not sure their lives are worth that much. Not with no... Even Munn, at least, was supposed to be a citizen and a philanthropist and stuff, you know? She, at least, was like, it was brilliance gone wrong, not just malicious evil, which this seems more to be.
Yeah, truly, other than needing information, there's
As
nothing.
far as I can tell, I mean, it comes down to basically information and loot, right? Is what this effectively boils down to. So, and from my perspective, Wintermute, and you know, you are free to obviously disagree, especially if you're trying to run this. But I think it's not good game design if you set something up where you say by taking more peaceful options, you like don't get the items and stuff you're supposed to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. You can take the peaceful option, and if the dice rolls, which yours seem to always cooperate with you.
I'd just stack them in my favor, in all fairness.
Yeah, you can.
I've spent like a fifth of my feats on literally just buffing up my social skills, as well as several of my item slots, as well as several of my class features, as well as several of my spells. So.
But yeah, there may be a peaceful solution, even with you all killing one of the guards.
And again, I would like to point out, first, he threw a javelin at us, right? Second of all, as I just walked up to him, right, without having actually attacked him, he then tried to kill me with his axe and crit me. Right? We had not done any actual hostile actions, any actual attacks up until that point, right? He attacked us twice.
Just the hostile attitude.
Yes, well, that is true. Because, I mean, with the non-hostile attitude wasn't getting us anywhere. And again, part of it, and on a meta level, I suspect, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Wintermute, or if you just don't want to say, that ultimately whatever happens here is not going to be an important story thing. I think this is more just finding out where Laos went, but whether Biting Lash is killed or escapes or stays in power probably has no real impact elsewhere.
No, it does not.
And I mean, look at it this way, right? Let's say we even stormed here and killed all of the gnolls and killed Biting Lash and so on and so forth, right? Like, then what do we do with the slaves? I mean, do we try to take them with us? We're going to be going into danger. Do we let them get re-enslaved by everyone else? That doesn't seem like a good solution, right? Do we try to organize a caravan that'll take them to another city and hope they don't, try to re-enslave them as soon as our backs are turned? You see what I mean? Like, there's not a good solution here. The problem is we're under time constraints that mean that, like, taking down this whole city and rebuilding it isn't really a valid option, right? Like, we need to catch up to Laos, not reform this city. Any issues or disagreement with what I'm saying?
None whatsoever.
That goes for Poppy, or I guess Steph is gone as well.
No, I'm back. I just got back though, so I must.
Well, if either of you have any, things you want to chime in, by all means speak up as well. I know I'm rambling.
No, I mean I'm good. I just, like I said, I think it'd be nice to get out of this without combat. I see a whole bunch of. It says camel. Is that an actual camel, or is that a person on a camel?
That is an actual camel.
But I mean, is it? Each one looks like it has a slave associated with it.
Truly, this is the stables.
Oh, these are the stables. Okay, because I'm like, man, it's a nice building when you got your camels inside.
So on the meta level here, right? The main question is killing all of these gnolls and stuff, and possibly Biting Lash, right? Is it going to really make any difference? Will it make things, in fact, worse if it gives the Hyena Princess more control? Right, and make it more one-sided. Probably almost better to have a power struggle between them. I mean, what Poppy, Sith, what are your votes on this? What do you want to do? Do you want to do this?
I'll be right back, guys.
I think we should keep. I think we should keep trying to pursue it peacefully, but at some point we're going to have to go full rampage. I don't know if you guys want Archer or not, but
I second that motion.
I would totally rampage if needed. That should be. Right. Maybe I'll change my name from Sith to Rampage. That'd be awesome. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I try to resolve it peacefully. I get where you're going with that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to have to go in there. And...
Well, Wintermute had flat out said, and this is what I think you missed. He said there was potentially a peaceful solution, and if so, it would just basically end. So basically, the option is we probably spend this session and next session fighting through the fortress, or we potentially take a peaceful solution and are done in like 10 to 15 minutes. Probably, I'm done with the book.
Yeah, no.
Henry Wintermute, since it looks like you're back.
Yes, I am.
Is that a fair summary of what you're saying?
I really didn't hear anything other than it looks like I'm back.
The basic two options we have are try to resolve it peacefully, probably be done within like 15 minutes or so of the book, or we can spend like the next 2 sessions fighting in combat through the fortress, is what it kind of amounts to.
Yes, pretty much.
So the attitude of Sheer and staff right now is that they want to try to resolve it peacefully, unless it becomes clear that it's like hopeless. And I'm inclined to agree with them for reasons specified, right? Like, I don't think we can really do much good on a broader scale here. Things may actually get worse with more of a power, if there's a power vacuum and stuff. So.
Okay.
And I changed my name to Rampage because it sounds cooler.
Any chance you're an Archer fan?
Yes, that's exactly where I was going with that. I'm trying to rampage here. Come on, Lana, I'm rampaging. While he's carrying around cancer medicine.
I like it. Zima.
What's up?
Okay, so guard number 10, you know, he kind of tells everyone just to hold up. Let's hear him out. And he's like, you know, you killed the guard. Why did you do that?
Well, he threw a javelin at us, and then when I approached him, he slashed me with a greatsword, and you can kind of see that I'm bleeding, right? A great axe, and you can kind of see I'm bleeding profusely right now.
In his defense, it's probably starting to clot. Just saying.
Well, you know, if you're all willing to lay down your weapons, Biting Lash is willing to meet with you all.
We're willing to, like, sheath our weapons. We're not planning on giving you our weapons, if that's what you're saying.
Well, I'm sure something can be arranged. Would you all be willing to step back from the door and let a few of my guards come in? I do have a responsibility to protect my employer.
Can you do a sense motive to see if he's on the up and up? That's a great sense motive.
Apparently.
That was really good.
The lion dog, isn't he?
You can tell that, you know, he's honest about meeting with Biting Lash. You can tell he's a little aggravated that you killed his buddy, but you think that he's just going to let the boss decide what the appropriate action is.
I'll say we're willing to cooperate in good faith as long as you do.
Absolutely. If you all would just back up and let a few of my guards come in so I can make sure the boss is protected, she will be here momentarily.
Okay, we step back with exactly whatever we're saying. As long as it's not involving standing in the kill trap zone thing over there.
No, but we are going to shut the portcullis just to ensure that no one sneaks in.
Fine by us.
Okay. You notice that one of the guards moves north. Well, move you all back about 10 feet.
You can adjust us to whatever they're trying to get us to do. Like, you can at this point you can assume that as long as they're not trying to get us to do anything suicidal or whatever, we'll play along.
And set it for my guards. And the guard that you were talking to and one of the other guards runs down and checking on their dead comrade, and you notice one of them pulls the lever on the wall and the portcullis is slammed shut. Through the doors in the stable, you can see that one of the guards is opening a door and disappears into the room, shutting the door. You did see just a brief glimpse of motion in that room, so you know that it's probably the guard is not alone. And let me find Biting Lash.
Fortunately, we had the presence of mind to, have a Dolian and his pet rock stand outside the fortress and be keeping an eye on things.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, I was just running around all of town. It's like, shit, I got a game today. But I'm here now.
You may be just in time for the ending. They decided to go for a try the peaceful solution.
After the last gaming session, I thought it was all blood and ashes.
Yeah, it was. And so far, they've killed one guard. They are now at the Slaver's Tower Fortress. A biting lash.
One guard, by the way, had a great axe, rolled 2 natural 20s in a row before any of us had done any hostile action, and crit me for half my health.
Ooh.
Well, he was being taunted.
Technically, it was only like 47% of your health.
Technically, only like 47%. Yes.
Yeah. No, you. Let's not overstate what happened.
I apologize. I apologize.
It was only 45 points. Poppy would have totally shrugged that off and laughed while doing it. So
Poppy would have probably negated it with the fortification.
Yeah.
And he would have just missed me, so I would have been fine.
Yeah. Love that.
No, it was 2 natural 20s. That's automatic hit, automatic crit. They would have both of them would have me otherwise.
Some GMs play the decapitation rule. So
if anything, that's like triple natural 20 or something. I heard.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, the portcullis slammed shut. Since Edelin's here, we'll go ahead and put him and his bird in the middle.
For some reason, it says downloading files still and kind of stopped. I might have to restart it.
Give it a minute and then cancel it and retry it.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of that going around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's time to call and bitch at the cable company.
Cable companies are evil.
No kidding. And you know, I run my speed test and everything shows up perfect. Okay.
I'm winning.
We had a lovely discussion, Dooley, on how we were trying to solve this the peaceful way for right now, because the problem is, like, in an ideal world, we'd, like, kill all the gnolls here, take the silver as a new base of operations, free the slave, give them valid work, feed them, clothe them, and start, like, liberating other slaves and, burning down as much of the town as we need to. Unfortunately, there's this crazy guy called Laos who's, like, trying to end the world or something. We kind of got to chase after him instead. So...
Laos is a dick.
Yeah, I know, right? See, look what we could be doing if not for him.
That should be a bumper sticker. Put it on my minivan.
So from our perspective, and feel free to chime in as well, it's like, let's say we even kill all the gnolls, then what do we do with the slaves? Like, do we try to send them on a caravan and hope that they don't get re-enslaved on the way? We can't just let them loose without getting re-enslaved. We have no way of transporting or teleporting them elsewhere safely, right? Now without spending multiple days and scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, sure, less null slavers is never a bad thing, but on the flip side, that also gives the Hyena Princess even more power, right? Because the rival is gone. So, it's probably better to have a power struggle between them. Any issues with our analysis so far?
Nope, sounds pretty much on point.
Okay.
My bird's bigger.
You're compensating.
I am completely.
Biting Lash, look at those robes. He's got nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, you see Biting Lash appear, and it's you know, there's no doubt in your mind that this is Biting Lash, and she's got this eagle with her, and behind her in the stables, you see that door open again. And the guard steps through, and on a
Someone's
chain,
echoing.
Yeah, I'm not getting any echo. Well, I'm getting echoes on my side, but my microphone light's not going off at all.
It's definitely the one echoing.
Is it mine? Do I need to change my settings?
I don't know.
no, it doesn't sound that way. But
Change my settings. Can that help?
We'll let you know if it's a problem again.
you see him emerge from a room, and on a rather large chain, he is holding back a tiger. And Biting Lash comes, I hear you are looking to talk to me and that you have killed one of my guards. What is it you want?
Well, we would have preferred not to kill any of your guards. We simply want to talk to you about Count Laus, who we understand was here recently, getting an expedition together.
Why are you interested in Laos?
I suppose you're looking for an answer besides that it's personal?
Yes, I am.
Well, part of it is personal, and not that aspect is just family matters. But the larger problem is that I don't know, how much have you spoken with him in the last year or so? I'm trying to figure out how much of I doubt you want a 30-minute lecture on his activities, so I'm trying to be as brief as possible here.
Yeah, she really doesn't care. I helped him make travel arrangements.
Okay, we would like to follow him, and it's rather important for the whole region that we stop a plot that he's up to, and we were hoping you could point us in the direction.
And what about my dead guard?
I mean, if you want a price in blood, he's already kind of bought it, and I point to my wound. What exactly are you proposing after he attacked us?
Well, you know, my guards are kind of well trained, and I'm curious as why he would attack without provocation.
You'd have to ask him.
Let's see, so we told them that we wished to talk to you peacefully. He taunted us and tried to lure us into the kill zone behind us. And when we said that we really weren't interested in playing those games and said that was the final warning, he drew a javelin and attempted to attack us. So I just ran across up to him, and without having actually attacked him, he then slashed at me with his axe. So I
And
suppose I did enter the arena without permission officially after he attacked us, but we did not attack him until he attacked us twice.
she's like, I'm inclined to believe you. How did you find out about my location?
The hyena princess pointed us your way.
Janyo, I hate that bitch, and you can tell that biting lashes. She's starting to go into a fit of rage.
I say, well, we don't like her either. We'd rather work with you than her.
I can't believe she told you how to find me. I need to dispose of her once and for all. You know.
Uh-oh. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. I see where this is going.
And especially that henchman of hers, Keyset. Can't stand her.
Well, he said is not a fan of us either.
I'd love to get my hands on that woman.
I just raised my eyebrow politely.
You know, I believe your story of what happened with my guard, but nonetheless, I have to save face, and, well, you know, it looks bad if I just let you go and give you what you want. Without something to make it worth my while and to make up for the guard.
How much do you think the guard's life is worth? And please don't give me some excuse about how it's not calculable. You're a slaver, let's be frank here.
I suspect he's gunning for a favor.
Particular assassination favor.
Well,
or a capture favor.
You know, you all say that Janyo gave you my location, and if you would capture her guard and bring her to me, I would accept Keyset as even trade for the life of my guard, and I will give you the information that you seek for Laos.
Any alternative that you can come up with?
I got 6,000 gold. He's welcome to it.
I mean, your suggestion we assault the hyena princess's palace and try to capture one of her guards, like that's seems like quite a bit.
You know, capture the guard that you just fought and have tied up in the back of an alley.
If she's even still there.
Well, with your not tying dice ability, I'd say probably. Or, you know, 2,000 gold would settle the score as well.
I got money.
We have a customer.
Is everybody chipping in?
Sure.
I seem to have 14,000 gold for some reason. I can just pay the whole thing myself.
I'm down with that.
Okay, if y'all will subtract that, and you
can just do
know,
500 gold each copy. Unless you really want to do the whole thing yourself.
500 each is fine.
and you know, she gladly takes the gold, and she motions to the guard standing behind her with the tiger, and the gnoll has some difficulty, but eventually drags the tiger back into the room and shuts the door. And she's like, okay, what do you want to know about Laos?
Where he's going, what kind of travel arrangements he made. Or anything you know about his trip.
Any companions he had of note?
Okay. Yes, she tells you that Laos was headed into the parched lands in search of Nezabin. I'll type that out. And that he left with plenty of supplies and slaves to carry the supplies, and the guards to help keep him safe and assist in his navigation on the journey to the Forgotten City. Sorry. She gives you all a map. D16. Actually, she's going to give you several maps, which I'm going to pull into the inventory. She gives you a collection of maps of Catapists and a map of the southwestern coast of Casmaroon. And and she can help with travel arrangements to the parched lands, where you can follow the map to the lost city. She tells you that by ship the trip should take about a month, and you know, if you want to be comfortable, it'd cost you about 250 gold pieces per person. Or that there are spellcasters in the city where you could arrange a teleport spell if you wish.
How much is that?
The biggest problem with there's two main problems with teleports, right? One, your rock takes up two spots. It's big. So let's say you had there's probably not any level like 12 plus mages in the city, because Watchmeat hasn't mentioned us hearing about that, and an archmage of that power would be well known. So your best you'd be looking for probably is like a level 9 mage, maybe. That means they can take 3 other people with them. So they could take Eric, Poppy, and Steph, but then they'd have to use another thing to take Adolion and the Rock, right? Which means you'd have to pay them to teleport there, and back. So you'd cost 4
True.
teleports.
It's whether or not speed is of importance.
I suspect, and if one you can answer this how he wants it, this is another travel at the speed of plot thing.
Yes, it is travel at the speed of plot.
I'm checking the price for something, one sec. So it's caster level times spell level times 10 gold. That's 5 times 9 times 10, 450 gold times 150 gold per each casting. So we need 4 castings that cost 1,800 gold. Now, are we having to pay extra money for the rocks stuff as well?
If he's gonna be on the ship, yes.
And presumably he would need to be, or it'd be hard for him to follow otherwise, right? And we don't want him to have to like sleep on an island and then catch up the next day. Seems like that's asking for trouble, right?
A little bit.
Is the rock gonna cost more? So is it 250 for each person, including the rock, so 5 times, or is there more? Because we're already getting kind of close to the point where it's edging towards break even here.
No, it would be just the 250 for the rock, but he would be in the cargo hold instead of a stateroom.
So it's 1250 gold basically, or 1800 gold for teleports. What do you guys think?
We're 12th level. Live a little. Pay the extra 500.
So it means you want to teleport?
Yeah.
Alright, so we will attempt. It sounds like we can expect to manage to find at least one level 9 mage in the city to assist us with this.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you know what would be hilarious? Although I'm not sure we'd want to risk that, frankly. The Hakur guy, wasn't he like a wizard or sorcerer or something? I'm not sure I trust him to teleport us anywhere, though.
Yeah, we gotta hope too that teleported to the right place.
Yeah, you can find a little more trustworthy mage with a little bit of effort in town.
Trustworthy for a town of this type.
Well, one that doesn't already have a grudge for getting his ass kicked.
Okay, so we'll seek out somebody to get a teleport castings instead. Is that am I doing that correctly, Wintermute, where you basically have to pay them twice for the teleport because they need to get back to where they were, presumably, and then they need to also take along a set two. They need to make 2 round trips, so 4 castings total.
Correct.
Is that okay?
They
So-
couldn't
so-
just create. They couldn't just create scrolls for us to use.
I mean, a single scroll of teleport would cost 5 times 9 times 25. A single scroll of teleport would cost 1,125 gold, and we'd need at least 2 scrolls, so that would cost more.
Okay.
I have a scroll of
That's-
teleport. Problem is,
that's
I can't take all of us there. If it was just like Edolian, Poppy, and Rampage, I could take us all there without us having to spend new money on anything. But we have to take the rock. It's too far to leave the rock behind, right?
Concur.
All right, so if we're going to the teleport route, do we just want to subtract 450 gold, and that's the 1,800 right there?
Fine with that.
Works for me.
All right, I'm subtracting 450 gold for my quarter of the teleport cost.
Done.
Also, for the record, I am still on the verge of telling Bite and Lash to shove it and just killing everyone. But I'm gritting my teeth right now.
Okay.
Your reward is to fucking live. That's your saving of face.
Okay, gentlemen, that is the end of Book 4, and welcome to Level 13.
Oh boy.
You need to calculate it and then adjust the actual gold cost. You can't subtract it, you have to just edit the whole value. It's
Yeah, I'm
annoying.
double clicking on it, but I can't get a cursor to swap or
You
nothing.
don't double click it, you just click once in it and just start typing. It doesn't have like a cursor icon show up. So you said we were going up to level 13 once you meet?
That is correct.
Anything particularly interesting that we missed by not fighting through Biting Lash's fortress?
Other than a crap load of combat,
Is any of the combat actually like more than just, oh look, more low-level gnolls to beat up?
yeah, you missed out on really 2,400 gold pieces.
Well, probably more than that. Presumably Biting Lash has stuff that's magical, right?
That's where the 2,400 actually came from.
Really?
Yeah. And
Okay, so if Biting Lash has at least a +1 weapon, right? I think that's fair to say she has at least a +1 weapon. That's 2,000 gold right there.
well, minus weapons. I'm looking at the treasure parcels.
She
And
doesn't have any like plus armor, or rings of protection, or belts, or headbands, or amulets, or anything.
let me look at her personally. She's got a +1 returning spear. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a +1 returning spear, +3 chainmail, belt of incredible dex +2, cloak of resistance +1.
Because if I heard that correctly, and I'm not entirely sure I did, but it's a rough guess from what you said. Run the math here, double checking. So it's 8 + 9 + 4 + 1 + 2. It's probably at least 24,000 gold right there.
Tell you what.
Sell for half, but
Just to bring you all up, I went ahead and put her stuff in the inventory.
okay. And really, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, and people have issues with this, please speak up, but it feels like, on one hand, this feels awkward. On the flip side, part of the other problem is that the game assumes you have a certain amount of money at each point, that this is the pre-made adventure path, right? Which assumes you have that. It's like, and Wintermute would have to go and come up with something entirely on his own, separate from the adventure path, to try to like get us back on track, which is more than it's fair to be expecting of him. Try to be fixing all the problems, right?
Yeah, I have no problem with it, because truly, you all have been 1 to 2 levels behind on wealth from the beginning. And
Okay.
Steph, it is you echoing, sir.
It is me. Okay. I tried to change it back from I hate push to talk.
Does anyone care about any of those items right there to actually be using them?
Not I.
Okay,
Let me
I'm
check
gonna,
real quick here.
I'm happy.
I'm gonna drag a few items out of there so they don't get sold. Is any item does anyone see any item currently in the thing that we don't want to sell? Because otherwise, I'm going to ask Wintermute to assume that he sells it here. And really,
No,
really
I
sell
don't
it.
see
So I
anything there.
presume we could sell it either here or in the parched lands or wherever. You know, none of this is like an evil artifact that we want to keep out of the wrong hands.
I'd rather have the money so I can upgrade the stuff I got at some point.
Presumably, the collection of maps of Catapash, is that something we want to be keeping? Wintermute?
Yes, that is actually the map of the parched lands. And it
Okay,
has...
so it sounded important because it's marked as an actual cost, which means it would get sold if you don't remove the gold cost to it.
And let's see. No, I'm sorry. The collection you can sell. It's the map of the southwestern coast that you need. And it has no cost assigned.
Okay, so exactly what is the collection of maps of Catapash then? Is there anything we care about on it, or is it just generally maps?
Let's see. Cas Maroon is it's dominated politically by the Empire of Kelish. Katapesh. No, it's nothing you need.
Okay. Last call for anyone to try to remove anything before it gets sold.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
All right, so you want to sell it, and then correct me if I'm wrong, but should the person not here be splitting this money?
I made it just in time.
That's not referring to Adolian. That's referring to somebody you missed, Adolian. Somebody who was here earlier. So you want to remove him from the party sheet while you split the gold?
No. Oh,
What?
Yes, I will.
What's your objection, Adolian?
I don't mind sharing the money. Or is this person like brand new or something?
He was literally the first time here today and was here for like 10 minutes and then has not been here since.
Oh. Then never mind.
He had an emergency come up, so he had to take off.
Okay, and he's off the party sheet. So I'm good to sell everything in the inventory, right?
Looks like it. No one's been objecting.
Okay, we'll get rid of the glove, the pamphlet.
Hey, look, about 24,000 gold. I was pretty close.
Mysterium notes and rock is not on the party sheet, so have some gold.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
And guys, I will be right back.
Anybody got any feat suggestions?
That's right. We're all 13th level, he said?
13th level Furious Focus, Penetrating Strike, Greater Weapon Specialization.
I have the greater weapon stuff. Furious Focus only really applies to wielding a weapon with two hands, which I'm not really doing.
What do you mean? Isn't that what you usually do with your hammer?
No. Oh wait, no, an Earthbreaker is a two-handed weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a two-handed weapon.
Right. Okay, so I could do that.
You could, I mean, because I don't know how useful the critical feats are going to be. A, given some of the weird stuff we're fighting, and B, given you're not using a high crit range weapon. You're not really going for any combat maneuvers. You could always go just for basic things like Iron Will and stuff to bolster your saves. Toughness for HP.
Yeah, I think I might do toughness.
So we get another feat, right?
Yep. Looks like I'm done with equipment stuff, but I gotta actually do class stuff. This is actually a stressful time. You know why?
What's that?
Why?
Because I started learning 5th level spells, and Farnaby's does not have 5th level spells.
Dun dun dun.
I also now have access to 5th level spells.
And apparently, if I just let him chuck javelins at us for a few minutes, you know, we could have been 2,000 gold richer.
Or dead.
What is that?
Or dead.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
I was just talking about how if I had let them chuck javelins at us for several minutes, you know, then